Okay, Catwoman fans, you came for me. Last week, I did a breakdown of some of the women who played Catwoman over the years, particularly the woman who, in my opinion, really helped define the character. Julie Newmar, Eartha Kitt, Michelle Pfeiffer, Halle Berry. But there were two names I didn't include: Anne Hathaway and Zoë Kravitz. And you guys were simply not having it. You were not having it at all. At all. So fine. You came for your Catwomen. And I respect it. I totally respect it. And these two lovely ladies are getting their flowers right now. Anne Hathaway played Selina Kyle opposite Christian Bale in 2012's The Dark Knight Rises. And Christopher Nolan's whole approach was to take some of the fantasy out of Catwoman. This Selina was a thief, a con woman, a grifter. She didn't need to be licked back to life by a bunch of alley cats. And even those cat ears weren't really ears. They were her goggles flipped up over her head. Hathaway actually worked with a choreographer to develop Selina's walk and even deliberately changed the way she spoke. She wanted people to have to lean in to hear her, giving Selina control without looking like she was trying to take it. Okay, Anne, flowers received. Then 10 years later, we got Zoë Kravitz in The Batman. Except Zoe and director Matt Reeves built the character around the idea of strays. Selina sees herself as a stray. That's why she collects cats. That's why she protects vulnerable people. And Zoe also interpreted Selina as bisexual, something that's been part of the Catwoman's comic book history, but had largely disappeared from the movie versions. So yes, Zoe brought something very special to the character and also gets her flowers. But, and I'm gonna say this in my own defense, I still stand behind my original reel. Because the reel was never supposed to be every woman who ever put on the catsuit. I was talking about the women who brought something to Catwoman that helped define what Catwoman would become. And there's a difference. Julie Newmar gave us that slinky, playful physicality. And my favorite Catwoman, Eartha Kitt, gave us that voice, that attitude, and a Catwoman that didn't need Batman's approval. Michelle Pfeiffer gave us arguably the most completely unhinged, tragic, sexy, dangerous movie Catwoman we'd ever seen. And then there's Halle Berry. Look, do you remember what happened with Halle? In case you didn't, let me remind you. I was being nice about the Catwoman movie she starred in. A lot of people did not like that movie. It won 4 Razzies, including Worst Picture, and Halle Berry herself won Worst Actress. And do you know what that woman did? She showed up. Halle Berry walked into the Razzies carrying the Oscar she'd already won for Monsters Ball. She accepted her Worst Actress trophy in person and basically said, if I'm going to accept it when you tell me I'm great, I can stand here when you tell me I sucked too. And honestly, much respect to that lady's balls for doing that. She showed up to accept that award, carrying her Oscar in her other hand. And by the way, don't cry too hard for Halle. She reportedly made around $14 million to play Catwoman. And whether you liked that movie or absolutely hated it, Halle Berry was the star of a major superhero movie built around her. And visually, come on now. Like, come on now. That Catwoman was everywhere. That costume became part of the pop culture conversation whether critics liked the movie or not. Every Catwoman for the next 5 years on Halloween was Halle Berry's version of the Catwoman, if you could fit into it. So yes, Anne Hathaway fans. Yes, Zoë Kravitz fans. Your girls officially got their flowers. But I still say the women who came before them walked so that everybody else could run. Because anybody can inherit an iconic character. The really interesting question is, who actually changes it? Not everybody can Heath Ledger a Joker, if you know what I mean by that. And with that, you could probably guess which character my next reel is about.